Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. So, as role play 1 assignment, our group going to do a forum discussion. My name is Muhammad Zahiruddin bin ZULKEFLI and my character in this role play is your moderator.
Assalamualaikum ladies and gentlemen. My name is HAFIYDA binti Madlin. I am lecturer from UKM, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, and also panel 1.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is IMANINA IDAYU binti ISMAIL and I am the entrepreneur and motivational speaker. I am also panel number 2.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. I am DALILA NAWWAR SAIDON, CEO from Perdana Darul Amal Holdings in Kedah. I am also panel 3.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for allocating your time on our forum discussion. We are here today to listen to a few opinions regarding on business and professional excellence. But before we proceed, allow me to introduce to our panels. Joining me today, starting from my right, is Miss HAFIYDA binti Madlin, a lecturer in the University Kebangsaan Malaysia. How are you, Miss?
I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Moderator.
You are welcome, Miss Umi. Next to her is the entrepreneur and the motivational speaker, founder IMANINA IDAYU binti ISMAIL. You look great today, Puan IMANINA.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Lastly is Puan DALILA NAWWAR SAIDON, the CEO from Perdana Darul Amal Holdings in Kedah. Thank you for joining us today, Puan DALILA.
You are welcome, Mr. Moderator.
Ladies and gentlemen, learning about workplace culture is essential in order for us to have a good working environment. I believe there are diversities such as a lot of ethnicity, races, religion, and even sexual orientation in our workplace. However, the differences might be the advantage for us as we will have multiple perceptions on decision making and will increase the understanding on customer base. Learning about workplace culture is important so that we can be aware about the sensitivity and the differences among others. Besides, we will be able to communicate effectively when encountering the problem. So, I would like to ask Ms. HAFIYDA, in your opinion, how can we strengthen the team relationship in workplace?
First of all, thanks to moderator for inviting me to these forums. Back to the question, working in a team context can be both a rewarding and exciting experience for any professional. For example, in a group or department, there must be a leader. But to determine the purpose, to make decisions and to execute ideas, all team members need to be involved. It will not be called a teamwork if all the decisions are made by the leader and not consulted by the other team member or subordinates. I will give you one of the strategy for strengthening team is ensure that all team members have a fair say in the decision-making process. Therefore, a leader and person consulting a conference should give the others opportunity to speak and to be heard. They also should be free of bias and they may use voting method.
Yes, Miss Umi, I would like to add one point, which is if team members are having difficulties with their responsibilities, you need to make sure that the team is equipped to help them. For example, you can provide adequate resources, you can re-engage your team, you can help your team members to take control, and also you can give praise. It is not that hard to strengthen your team.
Excuse me, may I interrupt for a while? Let me add one more strategy under this. The next strategy is be an active listener and doer in all phases of the team exercise or project. Listening can reduce conflict. A conflict can arise when an individual feels misunderstood or mistreated. For example, if you fail to listen to instruction and your team does the task you were supposed to perform, the team might be unhappy with you.
Thank you everyone. From that point, it is clear that bond between workers is not a difficult thing to be built. So now, let's move to the second question. As we already know, technology is one of the elements that exists in the working environment. So, I would like to hear your opinion from Puan IMANINA. In your opinion, what is the relevance of the technology in the workplace?
Thank you, Mr. Zahiruddin. Okay, so what do we know about technology in business? Technology in business and professional matters important to communication, planning, marketing, networking, organization, and also research. Technology helps in keeping the business fully organized. As we all know, technology helps us to communicate with each other faster than before with all those emails, social medias, chatting platform, and also personal digital assistants. We can make the exchange information in business fast rather than delayed. Okay, so there are positive and negative impact when having to use technology when doing business. These are the positive impact, which is you can influence the impression others have on you when you are using the right technology to communicate. Communication and technology assist you with setting up contacts and keeping up professional network and relationship with co-workers, leaders, and also clients. When there are goods, there will also be bad, and this is the negative impact that technology has. First is the technology surveillance. The activity of employee monitoring is not just for security purpose. It is being used for it is being used for performance assessment and employees' productive work contribution. Most of the time, the internet used by the employees is not related to office work, so technology surveillance is very critical. Second is the time management. Email system and other form of communication technology makes the employee more efficient, while at the same time increasing their workload and making the employees do not know which work to do first. Third is the information overload. When information overload occurs, it is likely a reduction in decision quality will occur. For example, information, request for feedback, new project, response to question, phone calls, and required online class for work and taking care of loved one, children's, pet, and other families matter, leaving you feeling as though things are spinning out of control. Lastly, the electronic aggression. The dark side of technology exchange is electronic aggression, which is a form of aggressive communication filled with emotional that is being used by people interacting about professional topics. As I said before, technology at workplace is not a bad thing for us, only if we use it the right way.
Thank you, IMANINA. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we already know, there might be diversity in our workplace. So, the possibility of the workers getting in conflicts are high. So now, I would like to ask for Dalila, what is your opinion regarding on office politics and conflicts?
Thank you to the moderator. Okay, let me brief about office politics and conflict. As the company's CEO, I found that office politics emerged as workers appeared to abuse their power to generate excessive publicity and popularity on the job. Employee indulged in workplace politics simply to tarnish the reputation of their colleagues to gain advantage and come in their superior's good book. As a consequence, politics reduced individual productivity and eventually the organization at loss. So, because of unnecessary workplace politics, it's difficult for individuals to focus on work. This situation happened because there's lack of oversight and regulation at the workplace, too much gossip among the co-workers at work linked to politics, greedy bosses, and jealous colleagues too. If this continues without any action, then the organization is going to be in trouble. Next point is conflict. Conflict may be defined as friction between individuals due to differences of opinion, idea, belief, value, need, or objective. There are a few types of conflict, which is intrapersonal conflict, interpersonal conflict, functional conflict, and intergroup conflict. Firstly, intrapersonal conflict is conflict experienced by a single individual when his or her own goals, values, or role diverge. For example, when a lawyer represents a defendant, he knows to be guilty of the charge brought against him. He may experience a conflict of value. Next, interpersonal conflict. Conflict due to differences in goals, value, and style between two or more people who are required to interact. As this type of conflict is between the individuals, the conflict can get very personal. Then, functional conflict. conflict or tension within a group that lead to positive results. Conflict often carries a negative connotation, but functional conflict means individuals in a group discuss point of disagreement with a spirit of collaboration. Lastly, intergroup conflict is when conflict between groups inside and outside the organization disagree on various issues. Conflict can also arise between two groups within the same organization, and that also would be considered intergroup conflict. Before I end my part, the reason conflict arises is because of different ideologies and different approach to problem solving. When the team is not agree with each other, then the decision is difficult to decide. Lastly, poor communication channels. For example, if the co-worker does not know about the task, then he or she does not tell the superior, so there is no communication happen, causes the work cannot be done productively.
Thank you for giving your opinion, Dalila. Now, ladies and gentlemen, social responsibility is one of the key to the business and professional excellence. Some say that social responsibility is one of the factors that contribute to the business success. So, Ms. Umi, will you explain a little bit what is social responsibilities?
Let me explain about social responsibility at work. Social responsibility is a concept that implies any individuals or organization has an obligation towards society at large to perform so as to maintain a balance between economy and ecosystem. Today, any corporate know already the importance of investing in such issue that even though has no direct impact on profit margin, they will demonstrate to the customer and to the world that they simply care. Such practice has a great impact on building a company trustworthiness in any kind of business it is in. Social responsibility is very important because the biggest effect it can have in the corporate environment is actually connected to the workforce, especially for young employees. For your information, the main characteristic of millennial generation is social responsibility trait. It is important for young employees to be working with like-minded organization that will ensure to do their work for a better future. That will give millennial generation a sense of purpose, of understanding that the work they do will enable better social condition and sustainability to the world. It made them both engage more with the responsible organization and put in perspective a better future working there. Social responsibility is a huge part of millennial identity, and the same should apply to the place that they work at.
Thank you for enlightening us about social responsibility, Ms. Umi. Ladies and gentlemen, our forum discussion almost at the end. As for the conclusion, studying about business and professional excellence is important in order for the organization to establish a good reputation. Besides, I believe studying this matter will help to produce the good working environment, which will also lead to the high productivity among employees. This will also give job satisfaction to the employees. That's all from us. I would like to thank to all panels for giving their opinions for today. Thank you also for everyone that willing to spend their time to watch our forum until the end. Until we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.